Oh, and just like I said, this is not a political event, but he is on next year's ticket as mayor of the city of Paterson.
Good morning. Every event is a political event. When you get a chance to come up and talk about what we need in the city of Paterson. To the ministers, the other officials, people running, people of Paterson, friends, family, whomever, I bid you adieu. Ernie Rucker, 40 years I've known this guy. And how appropriate that the song, The Greatest Love of All, we have to learn to love ourselves. And if we don't love us, we let anybody do anything they want to us. But we're going to come back to that in a minute. We'll come back to that in a minute. I want to remind you that there's obviously some people that are not here today. But in the words of Harriet Tubman, who said, I freed thousands of slaves and would have freed thousands more if they knew they were slaves. We have to apply that right here. Because there are people that don't respect the boycott. And we got to call them out. Why are you still supporting Serrano? Why are you still putting ads in his rag of a paper? Do you not support the rest of the community, or are you that weak that you're going to stand with the rest of us? I salute my friend Ernie Rucker. Ernie Rucker Jr., because I didn't know his dad too. That he had the courage to stand up to this guy and make it happen. Somebody called him humble a little while ago. That's not the best descriptive word for Ernie. He's not that humble. But he can be, at times. He is that warrior spirit. He is my friend. We are cut from the same cloth. You smack me, I'm gonna kick you. You understand? And that's the spirit I bring and the energy I bring to what I hope will be a change in this town. We have taken it on the chin too long. It's time to get mad. It's time to fight back. I made my own State of the City address. And all that foolishness y'all was listening to or saw that they was talking about. This town is in trouble. We are hurting. We're overtaxed and overburdened. That's the new frat I want to talk about, 050. Overtaxed and overburdened. They always talk about the frat. That's the frat I belong to. We have to change things in this town. We have to start moving towards self-fulfillment. We need leaders that want to talk about the real issues. Our schools are failing. Our kids are not learning anything. They're not being prepared for life nor college. The street is accepting applications every day. They're not turning anybody down. This is what we have to talk about. The boycott continues. I hope it never stops. Too often, we're willing to forgive people, like Paula Dean and the rest of them. There's no forgiving it. You did it, you own it. That's it. You know? Pull it back. I have a couple of things here I'd like to share with you. One of them being, again, they said it wasn't a political event. I think it's different. State of the City. I'll pass this around because they only created a few. I might be able to sell them on eBay. I got a couple of them. The picture of the waterfall, the Passaic County latest and greatest accomplishment, the acknowledgement of falls as a national landmark. But if you look at this, you have to ask yourself, why would they use this picture? You see, God has given me the gift of discernment. I can look at this and see things that other people didn't see when they was creating it. Why is that waterfalls flooding the city? There's a picture of the city down here and the waterfalls flooding the city. That's what it looked like to me.
I think that's about it.
There's no vision. They don't know what they're doing. We need new leadership. This is a clear example of the disconnect in our community. We're still suffering from Irene. People are still displaced. We have mold. They have a buyback program that they said there was easy pickings. We're picking the units that they were going to buy back in empty lots. Who lives on an empty lot? So these are just a couple of things that we're going to be talking about going forward. Back to the subject at hand. Being a Patersonian, and my family and DNA deeply rooted in the issues of Paterson for many, many years, decades, if you will. My father and Bessie and others that fought hard for this community. We lost a lot of the gains that they fought for. And the folks that are there don't understand. They're too busy working from the top down. Well, if you look at the triangle, of which I look at the economic base in this city, people with the most money are at the top. There's very few of them and plenty of us down at the bottom. We need help. The working poor, the disenfranchised, I want to invert the pyramid. I want to work from the bottom up. And this is what Ernie was talking about. Let me read this plaque to you. Should I give it to him? This is the Let's Save Paterson Community Service Award presented to Ernest Rucker Jr. In appreciation of your willingness to step up and stand up for Paterson in the face of those who want to hurt our community, we thank you. June 29th, 2013.